Drone? Must be part of Cyclops. If I can get its data, I can reconnect it with the dome back at the base. But how to get up there? Have to jump onto that drone to get it down. You're mine! There. Now I can reconnect it with the dome back at the base. Stuff for the stash. Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd. There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. Shotgun could help. Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great. The kneecap. Good. One synthetic membrane. Okay, that takes care of the machine parts. Just gotta grab the compressed air capsule from Moreland's diving bubble.
Probably get at least 3 dozen.
Are you...
Budget. I want than you. I'm always...
I'll leave you alone.
Do us a favor. Leave us all. We were finally going to get away from this place.
Well, good thing that Aloy showed up. We'll see.
The longer their sojourn in the desert, the crustier the shard counters move became.
What can I do?
I...
Well then.
Got the compressed air capsule. I should have all the parts to build this thing now.
We'll find... Need something else, friend?
I've got everything I need to build the...
The incredible dive.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours. Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? There's a very special salvage I want down there.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking...
It's hard to explain. Something that caused a malfunction in the apparatus that controls the old city. I think it started the flood.
Well, I thought we sprung a trap. But suddenly, the damn
Lights.
images in the air, sparked by the embers, the salvage I'm after.
Tiny hologram projectors?
At first, there were lots of images. And then, suddenly, there was this flash of red.
Wait, a flash?
A red light. From a spot near the... It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks.
I hope it does.
Okay, time to see if this thing works. So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here. mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
It started right here, more than 30 years ago. Back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt this cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time. And the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here? Nautical lights. It must be Poseidon's doing. That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. I'll find where it's hiding. Whoa! There's no way I can fight that thing underwater. I'll have to be careful. This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome. Turn back. barged in. Frost won't help you. The machine was born for the cold. Swim against this current. Need to turn back. Take a look at that red line on the other. There's a warning. It's part of some kind of alarm system.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Alert.
I do this purge and drain all
Critical
the water.
flooding detected.
I can fight that big machine.
Automatic drainage controls offline. To
Looks like I
execute
have to
an
reset a
emergency
couple of
purge,
pump nodes.
manual reset of primary and secondary
According to the
pump
map,
nodes is
there should
required.
be an access
The
point that
purge
first
can then be
node
triggered at the
south
pump
of here.
maintenance station.
I do this purge and drain all the water. I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. There's red light in that tower. Just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in? Looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. More machines down here. Let's swim around them. Stick to cover. There's the access point. Here's where we need to get back in. This is where they start. There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here. Water lines for an entire city. I can't reach the ledge from here. There's something I can climb to get out. Whew, that'll keep me awake. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node.
The primary lobe shut down now. I think the last time I was down here was during the Lumia Grand incident. A malfunction led to an overflow of detergent in the pipes. Suds rose from every fountain. As we frantically tried to fix it, I looked up and saw everyone in the lobby chasing bubbles the size of basketballs. Young and old alike. Another magical moment in the impossible city.
Another recording from Stanley Chen. Machine doesn't like fire. Another access point. Should get me to the second node.
Just shut down the secondary node. No more water for the fountains. No more shows. No one left to appreciate them anyway. I'll never forget the city's grand reopening. The fountains had been bone dry for years. No one believed they'd ever return. So, as the first plume arced up in the dome, the music swelling, my heart soared right along with it. The city gave me a second chance once. Now I have one, too.
The domes, the water. I was responsible for all of it. Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. Frost ammo's not gonna do much. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge. Pack's full, but my stash has room. Should be a console in here. There. Time to dry this place out. That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door. Poseidon. I guess the bridge didn't get rid of all of the water.
System shutdown's almost done. The only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever. At least I won't be around to see it destroyed. The Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Jones. The Zenith. But he did so much for this place. He doesn't sound like the others. Purge left these machines behind. Could sneak by them. Deal with the big one first. That machine's resistant to purge water. Stash. Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Come on. Hey, was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast. They knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
Come on, gentlemen, get a move on.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. We'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks. Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. I'll bring it home. Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console.
I can't do it. I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right. I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Moreland and crew must have headed back up top. Thought the embers they could carry a bit. An elevator. Moreland must have built this before the place flooded. It'll still work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole... The show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized, his old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus, some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But with all the ruins here, I might want to look around before I head back. And with my new diving mask, I should be able to swim as deep as I want to. Once I find a place with more water.
ones painted their faces with something called makeup.
And the Tanakh.
I just think my face says it all as is, that's all.
That it does. Aloy, you found another one of Gaia's sub-functions?
2 down, 1 to go.
I'm glad her healing can continue.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more species roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them, even as holograms. Though I know that at least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her. Her memory honors them.
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
Are you serious?
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
I better get going.
Right. You've got that sub-function to deliver.
Hey, look who's back.
I did. 1 step closer to taking the fight to the zeniths.
Can't wait.
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girl...
So I hear.
I made one joke about how they, How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach?
From the looks of it.
Yeah, well...
Just... I bet...
All right.
You need some...
Are you guys training with
If you count try...
I've been...
Of course.
Good.
I was He called, laughed. Before, the man... Don't look...
Just...
Injuring.
I bet...
Come and gone.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there.
Oh. That didn't get
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered. Poseidon.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. It's...
Hello, Aloy.
It's almost like what was supposed to happen. Before Apollo...
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of...
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye...
Yes. To observe whether...
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be, should you find and reconnect the
I'll keep a lookout. When I dove down into... I found data, but if...
This face...
Water. 1,000 years just... So, the all...
Read with it. She's to a... Scale achieve. I...
God...
We... It was... Listen... Though
She was okay. I'll be off.
Farewell.
There we go. More data for the dome.
Error. Drone feed disconnected.
An excellent choice.
Hey, Gaia.
So I see.
So I...
Yeah, it may... Should you find...
I'll keep a look. I guess I should...
As you say.
That's fine.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda a while back. I think she knew Elizabeth Sobek.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many. They didn't interest you? I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use? No. Any information about them was redacted. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions. on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're... What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses. So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things? I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them. Okay. Let's leave it at that, then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Hey, everything all right?
Yeah, everything's...
Well, okay.
It seems like you're getting...
Yeah, it's been helpful when I could make sense of it. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. Now, you won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tanakh game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, sure, Tanakh. Sure you want...
Pretty sure. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over. With everything that's been going on, Besides, there is nothing... That's what my sister always said, anyways.
Maybe another time. I should...
Back to read.
Hey.
Of course.
You brought up Rost before. He was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. When Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. That seems like ages ago. So much has happened since what I'm doing now. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about what she would have become if she had survived the proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know.
Fair enough.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding, any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far's Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what... What do you make of this Tilda, the Beta?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's... But whatever she wanted. If we knew what it was, maybe...
I don't know. I don't think Tilda...
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe. How's training?
Discovering something. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I had thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew, and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard. You feeling...
I was just thinking about Beta and all. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed her, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta.
Another reason we have to stop them. I should get back out there.
We'll be here.
Aloy.
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
The Zenith did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a... museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from. Like you've done here, for us. Maybe one day, more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds... Is there anything I can help with? Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends.
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but...
She's the war chief, best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
I sure don't. You sound like a dying longleg.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
Mind if we have a word?
Of course not.
What did Chief Ikaro say when...
You spilled it.
Well... You said you were...
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Must be strange, seeing everything through a focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
What do you think of this place?
It's an efficient center of operations, and though it could use some more...
Duly noted. Getting ether out of the...
One that showed the entire tribe that Ikaro's mission for peace is the Curvert is now blessed by the Ten them.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base.
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that She'll be lucky if my people don't
She'll be careful. She's just...
Whoever it is.
Have you had a chance to speak with...
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's... Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, they managed to push the Karja from...
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that.
Does it still hurt?
I try not to think about it. But it's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Aaron?
I've had little I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as self-brush.
You get used to it, eventually.
I'm sure Aaron wouldn't mind sharing. I should get going.
If I can help in some...
I will. Huh. That door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia? What was all this? According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her. Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can. I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and...
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. I wonder where this leads. did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Yeah, I guess it was. Hey, I'm fine. And look, about her... Forget it. So have you been upstairs at all?
Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but...
Yeah, I think he does. Have you...
I speak with Gaia. I didn't expect that.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just...
I know. Emotional processing enabled the previous version.
Yeah. So have you been...
I guess so. Gaia transferred a lot of data on Hephaestus to...
And? Any insights?
It looks like it's been modifying its increasing in size and complexity over the years. There's a lot to...
Okay, well... That's...
good.
I better keep this down here. I better keep this down here. It's a code. Not much I can do about it right now. But I should keep an eye out for any data in the facility that can help. There. What is this place?
So, yeah, I told the rest of the team. I was standing in the cafeteria, trying to pick out a god-awful meal cartridge when it suddenly hit me. Every school field trip, August always asked me to pack extra in his lunch pack so that he could share it with his friends. I don't know how. I was lucky enough to end up with kids so generous. And I know he'd want to share this too. So, to whoever finds this place, this was us.
The last time I spoke to Leanna, they were just about to ship out to the Pacific Front. They really believed that if they could buy us some time, it'd be worth it. That Zero Dawn would save us. But if you were listening to this, then they were right. It was worth it. Their name was Leanna Jensen. 9th Civilian Guard Brigade for Operation Enduring Victory. And they were so brave.
Do I say it now? Okay. My name is Emma Irving, and I'm 8 years old, and my favorite animal is a fox. Do you have foxes in the future? I hope so. They're the cutest. And super smart. Dad said we have to go underground soon, just like a fox. And then the bad robots won't get us. So, I guess this is H and G. Hi and goodbye.
The day I was supposed to meet my sister's new baby, a vert swooped in and a crew of masked commandos threw a bag over my head. Next thing I knew, I was being told how the world would end and given a choice. Die now, or help Zero Dawn and die later. At least Nicole, Ella, and baby Aiden will be safe in Elysium. Gave up my allotment to make sure they could stay together. I don't know if any of this will actually work. Zero Dawn, cradle-raised humans. But if it does, do better than we did, okay?
Got to be honest, I don't really know what to say to the future. So I guess I'll say something to the past instead. Mom, Dad, I know you'll never hear this, but I wanted to say thank you. For all those times you dragged me along as a kid to volunteer at hot zone relief centers. You used to say, you have to pay it forward. The future will always be brighter for it. I'm trying to live up to your example. I love you. We'll be together again soon.
You,
Outlander. Come and trade.